Pandemics, murder hornets, plague, space asteroids, alien invasions of the UFO kind. Genetic human mutational developments. Generational divides that contest the older generations. These and other things can be found at ZX Media for your viewing pleasure. Welcome to Season 2. Welcome, and today we have a new co-anchor, Jasmine, who adds her unique perspective and talents to the ZX Media Group. Please welcome Jasmine, and without further ado, let's begin our episode.
Thanks, Tim. It's good to be here. And this is Ashton. He'll be sitting in on this podcast.
Who is Ashton?
Who is Ashton? He's my son.
Oh, okay.
I guess I forgot to say that,
some
right?
random kid we got off the street. We found him wandering in the hallway.
He seemed pretty interested.
Yeah, so why not? Yeah.
And he's very unique since he's got the wrong hand there.
This is not FX, people. This is real life.
It's called Polydactylism.
Polydactylism. That's multisyllabic words.
Well, there's an actually tougher word, but polydactylism is...
What is the tougher word?
It's like
it
kind of looks like pterodactyl.
It is a very hard word to pronounce, so I just
that.
call it polydactylism. And so, it's a very common birth defect, but most of the time they don't grow bones.
But
so
is it really a defect? Does it bother you?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Can you, bend it?
Yes, I can bend it. It's functioning.
That is awesome!
But the only thing is it will not move without this pinky because the joints are all connected together.
Okay.
So when he bends it, it just looks like a lobster claw.
Nice.
Do you have any advantages using it?
Oh, for games?
No kidding. So, does it... I suppose gloves are kind of a problem.
Nope.
No?
Not at all.
Not at all? Okay. Well,
I have 2 fingers together.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Nice.
So he takes his middle and his ring finger and puts it in the middle one, and then he uses it.
Okay. Oh, cool.
Now, mittens are a challenge. Since it sticks out like this, you can't really stick it in a mitten.
Mittens hurt.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
That's the only downside about it.
Yeah. Cool. Cool stuff. Yeah. So.
End of the world.
End of the world. So, we're in kind of a weird time, so why not talk about other weird times that did not happen? So, obviously there are lists. We could talk about the Jim Jones thing. We'll avoid that. That's too depressing because a lot of people didn't make that one, but they found their own.
I don't even know anything about Jim Jones.
Well, let's talk about murder hornets. Is that a new content? Murder hornets.
Yeah, I haven't seen that come yet, though.
Yeah, well, that's a new thing, too. In reality, you could die of a spider bite just as well as being taken out by a murder hornet. That's about the same amount of people, so die from that. But usually that's an allergic reaction issue. So, and if you're stung by bees or going into what is it, hyperphilactic shock? Anaphylactic shock, yeah. Then that's why they have that little sticker thing if you're allergic. I am not allergic to... At 6 years old, I ran around and grabbed bumblebees, and I was stung at least a dozen or more so times in my hands, and they swelled up like baseball mitts. But... that still didn't stop me from grabbing that bumblebee. Unfortunately, I think when a bumblebee stings you, they die. So that wasn't too bright. I lived with it. So
I've never been stung by a bee except a couple years ago.
He's never been stung by a bee.
Yeah, I have never been stung by a bee.
What hurts is those little honeybees. I think one I remember is I was leaning back, and it had been in the summertime, and I had my T-shirt on, and somehow it got in the back, and leaned back and wham, and it stung and it hurt, and I didn't feel good. I ripped off my shirt and wondered what the heck it was, and lo and behold, it was a little bee. So,
but with these killer
killer
hornets,
bees,
killer bees or hornets.
Well, these are murder hornets, and these are the Asian hornets, I believe, and of course they're Asian hornets. But anyway, they're like yay big long, and they're aggressive, and I think when they attack en masse, and obviously when anything with venom envenomated sticks its probes or whatever.
So they come in groups then, like
well,
swarms?
Do you know how poisonous they are, though?
I don't think if one stings you, it's gonna bother you. I mean, it'll hurt. I think there was another YouTube personality Coyote dude got stung by it and it hurt a heck of a lot. So and he gets bit by centipedes and all sorts of weird bugs and stuff like that. So
should we bring one on and sting you?
I'll think about it.
I don't know. We don't even know if you're allergic.
I don't think we have the insurance to cover you guys.
As long as I can eat a Carolina Reaper to offset that pain, But anyway,
So if we get into that pandemic, how do we kill those hornets? Do we just stay inside?
I don't think you even worry about them. Just carry a can of Raid and that'll take care of it, or a broom. They're an invasive species and they attack the natural or what has been. So they're actually not good for the environment. They're
they're destructive.
They are destructive for our environment. Actually, that is the criticism with them, and the fear is that they will go into native beehives and they will actually destroy those bees. And those beehives are our pollinators for our crops. So this has more murder hornets, less honeybees, less food is getting pollinated, and our honeybees, well, we're not doing so well for them anyway because we're kind of
another doomsday situation.
Yeah, the death of our honeybees will be I think they pollinate a third of our food crops or something like that, or 2/3. I don't remember exactly the number on that, but that's a scary one.
I hear people were like, when the information came out, they were spraying like innocent bees, like bees that are helpful and stuff, thinking that they were murder hornets.
Yeah, leave your bees alone.
But isn't there like a distinction difference? Like one's like this big, and your honeybees are like this big, or your bumblebees.
Well, in the United States, we're really good at misinformation. So do your research, people. Look at a bug book.
Don't go spraying anything.
Talk to your entomologist. Or
which is worse? The locusts?
Yeah.
Which is worse, locusts or the killer bees?
Or your co-op field representative. Which is worse?
Because
killer bees.
Killer bees. But you got your locusts. They destroy your food and everything too. They eat it all.
That's worse.
See,
or do you think they're more equal to the same amount, but since they just destruct everything?
I think we're more up on the locusts. See, the locust problem that they have more in the eastern part of the world are the larger animals and large insects, and that they happen to they can predict that surge of that population, and I think that's what the entomologists do. It's crop people, and that's what their egg business is all about, is seeing that aspect, because they want their business to thrive and they want to have a stable market. And killing your honeybees and your locust infestations, they all really hurt business.
So should we be afraid
of locusts and murder hornets? Well, only if the murder hornets start infiltrating each and every state, because that's going to damage the honeybee population. Actually, I think North Dakota is one of the largest honey producers in the nation, if I'm not mistaken, or close, or in that top tier anyway.
What do you think?
Do you like honey?
Are you not really worried at this time?
I'm not really that worried, but like if they come to Fargo and everywhere in the world, then yeah.
I think I seen one check into a hotel. They're pretty smart.
Down at the Element?
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, killer killer bees, that was a little more sophisticated.
They must have really got a good rate.
Hornet. Well, I think the murder hornet was on a contract, but I didn't ask questions, so. But anyway, the killer bees are actually Africanized bees, and those are aggressive bees. They do pollinate, and they are as well an invasive species, but they aren't as detrimental as, well, they're detrimental to people because they'll swarm people as a threat, and they're pretty aggressive. So, but they're insects. We're people, and we tend to dominate most of the animal life on the planet, including ourselves. So, that I'm not afraid of murder hornets or killer bees, only just in my personal space. So,
what about other doomsday events that we've missed?
Ice Age.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you really love that movie, right? The Ice Age. You know, chasing the nut everywhere. You think it'll be like that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mammoths rocking around?
Well, they're thinking about reintegrating the mammoth with the elephant population using the stuff. But, well, that's another topic for another day.
Insane.
Yeah, but I think that one is not going to come to fruition because I think we're on the opposite side of that pendulum. Warm, hot, warm, hot. I think we're more on the warm side. So, but
what about 2012?
2012, that didn't happen. I mean, stars were supposed to align, and it was kind of like
Aztec or Mayan calendar.
Time was supposed to stop or something.
Well,
like that.
yeah, the Mayan calendar, but 2012 was 2012 was the Mayan. Okay, I'm getting confused with the Y2K.
Y2K.
Yeah, Y2K.
Y2K.
I was a teenager when that happened, and everybody thought computer systems were just going to stop and everything was going to crash, and we're just going to have a huge, well, no, it was just going to just crash. Oh. So then everybody was freaking out, stockpiling food and water and everything like that. And then the New Year came, and it was Happy New Year, and then nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened, and the world went on.
What did people hoard back then in Y2K?
I believe a lot of water. I think people really water was really the main thing. No, not toilet paper. Not like this year.
I'm making a run on olives.
Olives?
Olives. I'm gonna start clearing the shelves of olives.
Oh, if they have blue cheese in them, I'll be ready.
Do you suppose if you went to a store and stockpiled your cart with a bunch of olives, people would see it and start buying olives?
I bet you they would. Just like the toilet paper, Oh my God, we need all this butt wipe. What for?
Do you have a 89-year-old mother who uses quite a bit for everything?
Oh, just stick her in the shower, spray her off.
Yeah, well, no, I'm glad I don't have to caretake for my mother. I appreciate my sister and brother-in-law for the duties that they do. They are.
But the Mayan calendar, we'll go back to that one. Oh no, the calendar, they just stopped at 2012, so everybody just thought it was just gonna end because the calendar didn't go on anymore.
Y2K,
but
yeah. Well, it's like the Mayans were up on Y2K, but their version of Y2K was 2012. Yeah. So, yeah.
Or was it 2021?
Oh, it could, yeah.
Dyslexic Mayans.
Dyslexic Mayans, yeah. So, yeah.
What's next on our doomsday list?
Well, killer bees, we touched that. Ice Age.
Acid rain.
Acid rain. Yeah, that was another, and the ozone holes, but we'll go to that maybe another time. But, acid rain, it's a real thing, but, I think actually having the current issue with the pandemic, this also happened after 9/11, was the skies cleared, and there was pictures of in India and whatever where having no airlines going and things.
Yeah, and the pollution decreased, and it was a lot clearer.
And that is the reason why we have the acid rains, is because of pollution. If we can stop the pollution, or put more controls on that, then you can prevent that. Acid rain basically kills acidifies the water in the air, connects with the more nitrogen, carbon, and creates an acidic.
So if we all went to electric cars, would that change the whole pollution since we're not using gas?
There's still factories.
You still have the batteries that,
You're right.
That there's a pollution from the batteries, so we haven't quite figured out how to, it's like Back to the Future. We got to figure out that fusion stuff, and then we would have like almost.
And we can go back to the future.
Back to the Future, yeah.
But you were right. You said something about, but we still have factories.
Yeah, that like.
And they produce a lot of pollution.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. There's going down to the Twin Cities, you see those smokestacks and a billowing cloud. I think they do have scrubbers, but they're pouring forth a lot of water vapor with whatever they're exuding out of the smokestack and stuff like that. So, but all of that, I don't really have the knowledge or anything. Just a lot of supposition and guesses. But, it's amazing that the psychics missed out on COVID-19, but, that might be another topic for another day. We are coming to the end of this episode. Any last words, Jasmine or Spencer?
Well, I also, just one more thought, is acid rain has a lot to do with the plague of pollution, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But other than that, I don't really have anything more to say.
Well, we hope to see you again another day. Thanks for tuning in. And please look at all of our previous podcasts and events that we posted earlier. And like and subscribe.
And share.
And comment.
There you go.
All over the earth. Share
That
the
seem more
songs
relaxed, though.
that make me whole.
great.
When I breathe, I wait to gather my pieces till I'm free. And I hope that I'll discover the real me. Yes, I hope that I'll discover the real me. Hope that I'll discover that when I'm free.